their project is all about food production. My favorite part is this right here. How many countries does it take to make a Snickers?
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Right?
Wow.
So they talked about food production, they talked about some of the major food producing corporations in the United States, they talked about different types of farming, and then they talked about food labeling, like what it means when this says high fiber, low fat. They've actually got the USDA definitions in a little booklet so that people can see what the different things mean. And then they just put out some examples for their display just to make it pretty.
Is reduced calorie the same thing as reduced fat?
Well, except one's calories and one's fat, but reduced means something specific. If you look at all the reduced ones, there's a very specific number that goes with it.
Low fat.
You also notice around, as you're walking around, if you look all over the room, there are signs that say rule number 1, all over the place. Rule number 1 is ask. That's the whole rule, ask. And they've been having that beat into them since the very first day of class. That their job in my class is to be a scientist, and scientists ask questions.
Very
So all over the place it says ask, ask, ask. Actually it doesn't. It says rule number 1 because they know what that means.
This is rule number 1. Yes.
Here we have, a group did a pollution mind map. So they've put the mind map on one board, and then they've put the key to it on a second board. And what they've done is they've linked the different types of pollution, and what the students are being asked to do with this poster is they're being asked to look at the relationship between two different bubbles, and what they need to do is look over here and connect A to B to C to D, following the little map that they've made. So a concept that I talk about a lot in that class is mind mapping and how this can be used to connect different concepts, and so this is an example of that.
Very nice.
It doesn't look like much, but it takes a lot to put together, and
Oh,
it takes
definitely.
a lot to read. So,
Wow. Let me get these from here.
yeah, get them all concentrating.
Yes.
No, one of the students did. It's all stuff they made. I made, actually I don't think I need to do that right now. They had some stuff earlier. Okay, so this one they did some hypothesis testing with moss. And what they were testing was whether or not moss grows more on the north side of the tree or the south side of the tree, or if that's a true wives' tale. So they did that. They ran statistical analysis with t-tests and everything. And then behind that one, you see a second moss presentation. And in this one, we had seen a study, looked at a study that talked about the effect of microwaving water and then using it to water plants with. And so we wanted to see, the study was saying that plants that were watered with microwave water died. And we thought maybe that happened because they didn't let the water cool. So we thought we would test it. And so what they're doing here is this group's actually put together this presentation of how long was it microwaved for? 0 minutes, 1 minute, or 5 minutes, and which plant is which. And the students are supposed to guess which plant is which. And what the goal is here is that afterwards they want to look at the class data and see if the majority of students guessed correctly which one was not microwaved.
Interesting.
To see if people think they look different. The cockroaches aren't ours.
My God.
But they're a good addition.
And they get exposed to this too. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, this one looks great.